While I introduce what we're about to do, start by bringing all 5 of your fingers and thumbs together and just make some gentle circles while I'm talking. So our short sequence today is going to awaken the deep core and warm the shoulders. Go the opposite direction with the hands. Let's take one more moment to warm up the wrists. And then take a quarter turn over to the left. Come to tabletop position. And bring a little extra weight on the pinky side of the hand. Let the index, the peace finger knuckles rise up so the hands have arches, just like your feet do. Wiggle your hips around. And then take a moment to flatten the feet and take some microscopic cat and cows. So you feel your pelvic tilt back, pelvic tilt forward, and then notice how the spine curves and the spine rounds. And then let these movements get even tinier until you can find neutral, and just notice the amount of subtle core work it takes to maintain neutral. Keep that alive as you start to glide your right foot along the mat. And then bring it forward, and we'll do this with either leg a few times, and you can bring the leg back on an exhale and forward on an inhale. Move as slowly as you can. Stretch the breath and see if, as you alternate sides, you can prevent the pelvis from dipping down, which takes even more of this deep subtle core work. The next time the right foot is back, play with gliding the left hand forward, and then bring them both in and just repeat that. And go to the other side. And then let's give the wrists a little break by lowering to the forearms. Turn the hands whatever direction is most comfortable for the shoulders, and make some circles with the shoulders over the elbows, so the shoulders shift forward to the right, back, and around. And try to lift up into the scapula, into the shoulder blades. So you've got a lot of support. Go the opposite direction. Make sure you're breathing. See if you can still feel those deep inner core muscles supporting your spine. And then make your way back up. So we're going to add on to what we just did. So glide left foot and right hand back. And then as they squeeze in, use that squeezing momentum to gently rotate onto the left hand. Float the right hand up. And then go back to center and repeat on that same side. So right foot, left hand, and then squeeze and rotate. Feel the support on the back of the shoulder, little bend in the elbow. One last time on this side. And then sit the hips down and give yourself a hug with the right arm and just gently glide to the left, letting that left side melt and stretch, no strain, and make sure the left shoulder feels okay here. And then let's swap to the other side so you can see me as we move around. Swing the legs forward. Imagine you've got like a mermaid tail. Swing it over to the other side. And then come to tabletop on the other side. And so now we gently start to glide the left foot and the right hand. And then as they squeeze to center, roll over to the right. And repeat. One last time. And then gently set the hips down and wrap your angel wing around you, curling downward, letting the right side lengthen. Gaze down, but make sure the neck feels supported. And then let's go back the way we came. So flip your mermaid tail out and over to the other side just for balance. Slowly come up to table and then extend one forearm down at a time to the mat. Lengthen your legs out and slowly release the front of your body down. Adjust your shoulders or your elbows until your shoulders feel supported. Gently drag the hands back, letting the whole front of the body lengthen. The neck emerges like a turtle poking its head out of its shell. And then tuck the toes underneath. Slowly push down into the hands as you feel the deep core lift the body away from the mat. Lengthen the head forward. And then slowly let the hips melt to the mat. Let the whole front of the body open back to Sphinx pose. Make any adjustments with your shoulders that your body's craving, and then take a couple of pulses here between forearm plank and Sphinx. If you want to sync your breath, you can take nice slow exhales into plank and nice slow inhales into Sphinx. The next time you're in Sphinx, pause there and make some little circles with the rib cage, just opening up the side, the front, the back of each shoulder. Go the opposite direction. And then melt the body down. Reach the right arm out to a T. Plant the left hand beside you, kind of like a cobra. Melt the right ear down and just gently push into the right hand as you stack the hips, giving your pecs a little stretch. And then go the opposite direction and just make sure to push down into the bottom arm so you don't overstretch the shoulder. And then we can close by just stacking hands, elbows wide, forehead to hands, and just breathe. And just notice the warmth in the upper body and the awareness you've built in the shoulders and the core. And stay here as long as you want. And have a great day.